Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Gurave Namaha. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. Amen. It is by the grace of God and Sri Gurudev we are celebrating the 50th year of Sri Gurudev's going to West, and also the 25th International Intensive Kriya Yoga Seminar. And today is the auspicious day of Makar sankranti. God has given us hand. Hand is the symbol of creativity, to create. One meaning of Makar is Mangalamaya Kara, to have this creativity in the hand. And this creativity comes to the hand through the heart and head. The heart represents the playground of prana, and head is the place of divinity, and in the language of Sri Gurudev, the divine kingdom. We all have the ability to create. We can create heaven on this earth, or we can create hell. There is a joke. Two politicians talking. One politician said, if you give me power, I can create heaven on this. The other one said, if you give me power, in no time I can create hell. And the power is with us. If we think personally, because spirituality begins with self-transformation, we have to think of ourselves. Which type of thought, which type of ideas, which type of impetus, motivation coming to our mind and heart. In the world, many people, those who are not acquainted with, or those who do not know deeply about Indian culture, spiritual life, and different even rituals, they misunderstand that the Hindus are idol worshippers. It is a completely misunderstanding. They're not the idol worshippers. Somebody asked me, I said, they're not idol worshippers, they're ideal worshippers, not idol. Really, what happens? As little kids, we grew up in village. In the village, you will find people of different trades, which people translated as caste, living in the village. So in my village, that area, two families, they used to make idols. Idols made of clay. Suppose Ganesh Puja will come, so they will make Ganesha. Then there is a month of worship of the Divine Mother by the young virgin girls. Divine Mothers, so they make Divine Mother. Then there will be worship of Divine Mother, only this part of only the head. It will be placed on a kalasha. They call Mangala. They will make Mangala. Like this, throughout the year, they will be making something. We, as the children, used to go and stop near their house to look what they're doing. Do you know what they do? First, they make a little structure with bamboo, sticks, and straw. In the straw, make the muscles, hand, they tie with rope and hold it as it is needed. Mother Saraswati, the hands will be like this. Mother Durga, the hand will be like this. So then they apply clay. Slowly the clay will be drying up. They polish it very nicely so that it will be smooth, like this. And at last, they will color it. Even if they color it as Lord Ganesha or Divine Mother, nobody bows. Once the deity is there, the worshipper does prana pratishtha. You remember this word? Prana pratishtha, establishment of life energy in the idol. Till that, nobody will bow. And once it is done, everybody will bow. Then there is Visarjan, sending off. The puja is over, and then nobody will bow. Now you think, in between this period, they bowed to the deity, not before, not after. And again, they take the deity and immerse in water, gone. While I was coming, this thought was coming to me, walking from the dormitory. Sri Gurudev told a story. He told the story of Raja Krishna Chandra of Nadia. He was worshipping the Divine Mother 108 places in one location, 108 altars, 108 deities, 108 sets of priests, and 108 places the same worship will be going on to intensify spiritual practice. One sadhu came. He went to the king. He said, you are doing all this. You do 107, one place you give to me, I will do the puja. The king said, all right. One place was allotted to him. Anything needed for puja, flowers, leaves, sacred leaves, billow leaves, and everything was provided to him. The puja is going on, but this man is not doing anything. He's just sitting in his own mood. Then what happened? People went to the king and reported at 107 places puja is going on as usual. But this man is not doing anything. surely it is inauspicious. Because, some people they think that God will be angry. So Divine Mother will be upset. It will be a calamity for the kingdom. The king came, going from altar to altar, came to this man. Do you know what has happened? This is description of Gurudev. I'm not telling anything. That sadhu, he might have gone somewhere, his feet are dirty. It doesn't smell good. The king took the scarf or handkerchief, putting on the nose, said, "Sir, what are you doing here?" He said, "I'm doing puja." "What type of puja?" He said, "My puja." Here I'll take you a little bit diverted. The teachings of Sri Lahiri Mahasaya in a poetic form. You might have heard it. Those who are new, they might not have heard. It is in Bengali. Amar puja srishti chada. The way of my worship is not of this world. Setha Ganga jaler nei ko choda. There is no need of Ganga water and to sprinkle. Setha phul lage na rashi rashi. There is no need of mounds of flowers. Sariye gache kusha kushi. There is no need of all these utensils, puja instruments. Sore gachen Shiv Kali Tara. There is no need to invoke Lord Shiva, Mother Kali, Mother Tara, and so on. Ami Atma niye Atmahara. I am merged in myself, absorbed in myself. Amar puja srishti chada. Dev Devi sab gachi bhuli. I have forgotten all the deities. Evar Atmar sange kolakoli. I am embracing myself. Jukta mukta trivenite. Ebar ami dube mari. Triveni, confluence of three holy rivers, Prayagraj. There are two Trivenis in the body, Yukta Triveni and Mukta Triveni, here and here. I am drowning myself in this confluence of the three sacred rivers. Hariye jawar ullase tai nijer puja nije kori. Getting rid of all dualities. I am worshipping myself. Thakur Ramakrishna Paramahansa was doing this type of puja. Sometimes he's holding the flower garland, looking at the mother, Ma, 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 Ma. Then taking the flower garland on his own neck and sitting as if he is the Ma. Then slowly becoming body conscious, sling the flower garland here, taking the flower garland, putting to the mother. It is unacceptable by Orthodox Hindus. How could he use the mala for himself and offer it to the Divine Mother? The thing was reported to Mathur Babu, the son-in-law of the queen who established the temple of Bhavatarini, Dakshineshwar. And Mathur Babu came and saw he is doing this. And when Mathur Babu said, "Thakur, what are you doing?" Thakur gave a big slap to him. That was not a slap. It was enlightenment in him. He realized and he touched the feet of Thakur. "I'm sorry. Come back to this incident." When the king is going from altar to altar and asking this, he said, "I'm doing my puja." He said, "What type of puja? I have never seen any type of puja. Nothing is used." He said, "O king, I'll tell you about my puja. I hope you'll respect it. I'll show that my Divine Mother is worshipped." He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "She is here." Is she not there? I am telling, listen to me. She is here, she is standing. I have done puja. If you want proof, I can prove it. The proof is in my front. She is. Do you know what she did? If you want to see, I'll show you. but promise, from today you will not do this type of puja anymore. He said, what do you want to show me? He took just one puja utensil and hit at the foot of the Divine Mother. Blood came out. Clay idol, clay deity, blood coming out. It was not magic. What happened? This is called as prana pratishtha. Establishment of life energy in the idol. So idol is no more idols. It is he or she. Sri Gurudev used to tell, if you do not have prana, you cannot establish prana. If you do not have life, you cannot give life to others. If you do not have sadhana, how can you talk about sadhana to others? It will be just verbal expression. It should come from within. If you do not have love, how can you speak of love, love, love? This is what life is. Simple question to each one of us. In the previous class in the morning, I gave many meanings of prana. One meaning of prana is life. Do we have really life? You will say, what does it mean? Recently, I visited a disciple. She's lying down on the bed. The breath is going on. Previously, she had support, medical support to breathe, but there is no support. She's breathing. Sometimes, this much. More than 1 month, she's like this. Can you tell? There is life, but is there life? Life is not just breath. Life is manifestation of life, manifestation of love, manifestation of prana. That is what life is. Otherwise, it's, it is like anybody or anything. Plants live, animals live, we also live. What type of life? Sri Gurudev used to say, ahara, food, nidra, sleep, bhaya, fear, maithuna, pleasure. Samanam etat pasubhihi narana. This is common to all living beings. What specialty you have? Are we a little evolved? We have come to this sadhana week to intensify our sadhana. What type of intensity? How much perception, how much love, how much joy, how much life energy throbbing? One meaning of prana is strength. One meaning of prana is vigor. Do we have that strength? Do we have that vigor? Do we have that love? Or simple practice? The practice is, Sri Gurudev told, he quoted his childhood Gurudev, Sri Vijaya Krishna. Today, when I, not today or yesterday, when I came up, I looked at that corner. I saw Vijaya Krishna is sitting. I looked at this corner. I saw Bharati Krishna is there. Both are two Gurus of, I didn't see it before. Anybody who has placed it, I bow to him. Whoever idea, whoever thought, but it is done. Beautiful. This is the teaching of Sri Vijaya Krishna. And Sri Gurudev told, before coming to the path of Kriya, I must practice this. And this is the foundation of Kriya. He said, Vijaya Krishna told three words, three concepts to practice. Satya Pratishtha, Prana Pratishtha, Mantra Chaitanya. Satya Pratishtha, Prana Pratishtha, Mantra Chaitanya. Establishment in truth, establishing life energy, and making the mantra conscious, mantra consciousness. What is Satya Pratishtha? Satya Pratishtha is to practice, to live in the presence of God, presence of Sat, truth, reality. What is Sat? Asti iti Sat. That which is. That which is and that which make everything to exist. That is Sat. In other words, it is to live in the presence of the omnipresence. To live in the presence of the omnipresent one, it's Satya Pratishtha. From childhood, we have been taught, we might have memorized, God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. We tell, these are all dictionary words. People sing and chant, this is all dictionary words. All the words you can find in dictionary. But that is not needed in reality. It is not the dictionary word or dictionary meaning. It is to live with. People say, I love God. Where is God? Many times I asked in West, where is God? They said, I'm talking people outside, God is omnipresent. I said, is it really true? Do you know what happens? I play with people. I said, didn't Jesus say, my heavenly Father, or my Father who is in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, and so on. So Jesus said, Father who is in heaven. So literal meaning, God is not here, God is there. Sometimes I played with people in West. Why West? If anybody can be. When we say, if you read the Old Testament, after creating Adam and Eve and instructing them how to live, so God went. And then God came to the Garden of Eden to see how they are. In the meantime, they have what they did, I don't want to elaborate. Snake episode, they heard that God is coming. I asked the question, even to many priests, I asked, when God is working, God is formless or God is with form? No answer. Disciples answer in their own way, but the priest is quiet. Because there is one proverb in Odia, Gai maile mali, Gai maile mali. You couldn't understand, Mr. Odia Pandit. If the cow is going to hit me, I will be in trouble. If I hit the cow, I am in trouble. Gai maile mali, Gai maile mali. So I'm in trouble. So if you open the mouth, if you say anything, you'll be in trouble. Don't say, you'll be in trouble. However, but the Vedic scriptures give the answer. God is formless. God is absolute. God is form. God is ocean. God is wave. Very simple answer. God is ocean, formless. God is wave, appearing as form. Very simple. Sadhakanam hitarthaya brahmana rupakalpana. For seekers' progress, God appears in many forms, many names. There is nothing wrong. Come back here. How to live with that life, living in the presence of God. When Gurudev is telling, Vijay Krishna told, do you know? People imagine God is in heaven. People imagine God is in the deity. People believe God is in the temple or church or synagogue. But they don't accept God is everywhere and God is everything. First, accept it. First, accept, experiment, experience, and then it is revealed. First, accept. When we go to the theory class, so nowadays it is not there so much in those who are in medical school is different, or in zoology. So for the younger children, they just show the diagrams. Nowadays you can show in the image in the computer. This is this, here is the picture of the heart. When I dissected first time a frog and opened it myself and seeing the heart and how it is, and then you have to open, the artery vein and very carefully. If a little carelessness or little shaking of the hand, gone. Once blood is gone, everything is gone. So such delicate system, the same thing, first accept, then experiment, experience, then be with that knowledge. At that time, nobody will, you are that knowledge. Theoretical knowledge is not knowledge. Listening to talk is not, no ayam atma pravachanena labhya. You cannot experience or to attain through talks. You have to, suppose in Kriya Yoga, you have to perceive this, you have to perceive this, you have to perceive this. So I'm not perceiving practice. Again, one doctor came for initiation. Doctor came to spiritual path because his wife died. He was a little sad, and Gurudev talked about Kriya Yoga and to perceive triple qualities. He said, Baba, I'm a doctor. I know the human system. I don't believe in all these things. Just teach me how to meditate. Gurudev said, all right. Gurudev did not talk about all these things. Gurudev just told, do this, initiation. And after few weeks, the doctor came and started, complaining. He said, Gurudev, I have a problem. He said, Gurudev asked what? He said, when I put my stethoscope and take the stethoscope and touch the heart on the chest or back of the patient, instead of hearing the heartbeat, I am hearing strong, loud sound. I'm not hearing any heartbeat. Then Gurudev said, you are a doctor. You know the human system very well. Gurudev repeated his statement. He said, Baba, I'm sorry. Then Gurudev explained, and then Gurudev said, how to overcome this. And later on, he became principal of the medical college. He became director of health, and so on. Why I am telling? It needs practice. Through practice, the experience will come. Satya Pratishtha, Gurudev told, you are sitting on the floor. We all are sitting. Gurudev said, don't think you are sitting on the floor. Very simple. You are sitting on the lap of God, omnipresent God. With that feeling, if you sit, I'm not sitting alone. I am sitting on the lap of God. I'm meditating. How mind will go anywhere? I am with God. That is why in the Upanishadic mantra, when it is said, Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayo, Tomeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Namo Brahmane. Oh Brahman, I bow to you. Brahman, absolute. But you are everywhere. But till now I don't feel. But I want to feel something directly. Namaste Vayu. Oh Vayu, I bow to you. Tomeva pratyaksham Brahma. You are indeed the directly perceivable divinity. Breath. Here two things. First is, everything is God. This is what life is. This is the expansion of prana. Swami Vivekananda told, contraction is death, expansion is life. It's a very cryptic statement. Contraction is death, expansion is life. Ego is contraction. Anger is contraction. Pride is contraction. I and mine is contraction, narrowness, meanness. Expansion, not I, we. Not I, divine. Expand. To expand our life. To expand our life energy. To expand our feelings. So when it is said, Namaste Vayu, Tumeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. Oh Vayu, I bow to you. You are the directly perceived divinity. Sit on the lap of God. Feel that your body is the temple of God. Close your eyes. Feel the movement of air, breath. Love God in every breath. So simple, so practical. Sri Gurudev said, when he was young, in his teenage, Vijay Krishna said, that we teach in Kriya Yoga. He said, don't think it is body. It's a mistake. Think it is God's presence. In the old time, we used to apply oil on the whole body. Why old time? Even in our childhood, we used to do this. Every morning, we used to sit with a bowl of oil and taking oil and putting by yourself, giving massage on your own body and rubbing it, and then running to the pond or near the well, and there was no bathroom, and to wash your body, then quickly run. It was really very dynamic life. Somebody told me, you are very active and dynamic. I said, what about you? Why we all cannot be active and dynamic? Why are we sitting like this, gloomy face? And if you'll get gloomy face, I'll tell this. One day somebody was with a gloomy face. Swami Vivekananda asked, young man, why do you show your gloomy face? Why are you working like this? He said, it is none of your business. He said, yes. Don't contaminate others with your sorrowful face. God has given such a beautiful face to you. Why can't you smile? I have problem. How can I smile? He said, no. Is there anybody who has no problem? You think that I have no problem? If you think of Swami Vivekananda, yesterday or day before yesterday, one young man was initiated. He was from Alwar, Rajasthan. He came, I didn't know that he's from Alwar. He came, just followed me, and after initiation, then he said, can I bow to you? I said, yes. He said, I'm from Alwar. I said, I love Alwar. He said, why? I said, I have not been to Alwar, but I love Alwar. He said, asked why? I said, because the king of Alwar has become such a good friend of Swami Vivekananda, and he supported his family. Family was starving. They didn't have food to eat. He provided food to them. And Vivekananda is the eldest son in the family, has renounced everything. Ajit Singh, Raja Ajit Singh. So, however, the thing is, when Vivekananda is telling everybody has problem, But why do you make your face like this? Be strong. Do you know what is happening? One who doesn't believe in God is weak. One who believes in God, lives in God, is always strong, is not having fear. Why fear? What will happen? Death? I have no death. Where is death? Disease? Who cares about disease? Failure? Failure comes, but I don't accept it. Remember, if you don't accept failure, failure will run away. That means the next step you'll succeed. Once you happen failure, I appeared. You might have read about the ex-president of earlier was president of India, Abdul Kalam. He felt. When he felt, he was sitting depressed on the bank of Ganga. He came from complete south to extreme north for the interview, and he felt depressed. And luckily, he came across a holy man, Swami Shivananji, and he told, don't accept failure. This failure shows that something bigger and greater waiting for you. That attitude we need, and that is what spiritual attitude. Spiritual attitude is an not only optimistic attitude. Do you know what is spiritual attitude? The holy man said, he saw two glasses. One glass was empty, one glass was having half water. He said, what do you see? Somebody said it is one glass is empty, one glass is half full. He said, seeing empty is pessimistic. Seeing half full is optimistic. But this is not the complete answer. What is the complete answer? The complete answer is both are full. Both are, one is filled with air, the other one is half air and half water. Both are full. So there are three types of attitude: pessimistic, optimistic, and mystic. Which type of attitude do we need? Do we want to be pessimistic? Unfortunately, in the world, most of the people are pessimistic. With little failure, sad. Food is not of our choice or not of our liking, sad. Some people say, oh God, ashram food. Some people say ashram food is very beautiful. Some people say ashram food because it's conditioning of the tongue. I went to an ashram in this conditioning of tongue. I was in my young age, in the early 20s. So the first day food, friendship with toilet. You understand me? You understood or not? The first day food, friendship with toilet means number two, once, two, three times, four times, five times, six times. And you know, the senior Swami of the ashram, he asked me, young man, how are you? I said, I have a question. What? I said, the Guru Maharaj has written, don't eat this, whatever he has told, don't eat, everything is used here. He looked, oh, you got stomach upset. He said, when this bring food, show your hand like this. I thought, oh God, then no food. I was thinking. So next day, last time when they're bringing food, rice is not spicy. So they gave rice. When they brought the other stuff, I showed my hand like this. So they went, they gave to others. Then somebody came with whose plate is not having, only rice is there. So he poured some stuff. Another came and poured something. Then I tasted. Do you know what I tasted? No salt, no oil, no seasoning, no taste. Divine taste. Then the Swami saw me. How was it? I said, fantastic. He said, you should know it. Here for everybody what to do. People come with their own habit, own taste, what to do. I stayed there in that ashram. Do you know what happened? Ekadashi. Ekadashi, dining hall is empty, very less people, and mostly the visitors. And residents know. I thought the residents must be fasting. Then I discovered some residents have their own food in the room, and some go outside to have some food. This is what sadhana is. However, come back to live in the presence of God all the time. That is what Kriya Yoga is. Kriya Yoga is, Gurudev said, Kriya Yoga is 24-hour sadhana. Says Patanjali says, Satu Dirghakala Nairantariya Satkara Asavita Dridhabhumi. Dirghakala Nairantariya. These two things first. Extend your period of practice longer and longer, and let your practice be non-stop and continuous. And in the Bible it is said, pray continuously. But how to pray continuously, nobody teaches except Kriya Yoga. Remember, I'm not telling out of Kriya Yoga teaches how sadhana can be continuous. Even sitting in toilet is sadhana. Taking shower is sadhana. Taking food is sadhana. Driving your car is sadhana. No one can tell I have no time to meditate. And we need short time. Gurudev said, no need to sit too long. Begin with short time. Close your eyes and practice few techniques as much as you can. But practice it other time. Do you know what happens? Ordinarily, people go to the temple. Even if, when they bow, the worldly thoughts come. And when they sit to work, I could not meditate. I could have meditated. So when I'm doing something, why can't I do that work with full concentration? This is play of mind. During sadhana, worldly thought, during worldly work, other thoughts, no work is done perfectly or with full concentration, with finest attention. If we cannot do this, we cannot achieve success. So that is what Kriya Yoga is, 24 hours. Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayo, Tumeva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. You are directly perceived divinity, and every breath, every moment to practice. Eyes open, eyes closed, walking, sitting, reading, sleeping, anything. I will not forget. This is a biggest mistake that we do. That is, when we come in the company of the teachers, we remember we should do this. Other time, I'm talking of myself. I got a blessing when Sri Gurudev asked, when I approached him for initiation, he asked me, can you stay 7 days with me, 1 week? I said, yes. So I stayed 7 days after initiation with him. Then luckily, he came to my town for another 7 days. So I got 14 days. People come for Kriya. Sometimes there's even the same day they leave. You have not learned, you have not practiced. Luckily, I got 14 days to stay with him to practice. And practice got more, being in his company and meditating, it helped. We have to practice. Without practice, it will not happen. Now, let us come back to our topic, prana. This went just like an introduction. Not introduction, but practice. What is prana? Outside, there is air. Air is the second creation of the divine, or second manifestation of the divine. The first creation is the space. Tasmat atmano akasha sambhuta. The self manifested as the space. In the space came air. There is a little bit, in science and these, they will tell how the sun was there. From the sun came the earth. From earth became the environment. The environment became, do understand me? They speak like this. But there is no contrast. What we call a sun is not sun. The sun was already in the space. Yes or no? There was the magnetic storm in the sun because of two stars coming closer to each other. So there are many stars. So this is not the beginning of creation. Here is the mistake. This is not the beginning of creation. The creation was long before this earth was formed. And this creation is of five elements. So be very clear. Don't become like this. How this earth, then earth is revolving and slowly cooling down, and through that, yes, it is only for this earth, not for the entire creation. Entire creation is much beyond. However, first is the space, then is the air. Now I will tell you 2-3 names of air in Sanskrit. I don't know if there is any other name for air in English. I don't know. Maybe Sultananji knowing. The air which blows is wind. Atmosphere contains everything. It is not just air. However, in Sanskrit, I am talking of few words. One is pavana. One is pavana. The second is vayu. The third is maruta. 3 words I'm telling. I'm not talking more. This first is pavana. Second is vayu. Third is maruta. From pu dhatu, the root verb is pu, long pu, pavana. That which purifies. That which purifies. I'll just give a rough example. Very pure blood. Which blood? Which carries oxygen. Impure blood. So oxygen in air we call as prana. Pure. So that which purifies, it is not enough. Air has the ability to purify. Suppose a place is smelling bad. The wind will blow, that bad smell will go away. Our body, if we stand with bare body with air, it will purify. This is not enough. You want to purify your mind? Pranayama, breath control. Breath means air purifies. So one meaning of air that purifies. Vayu, the vayu is from the root verb va, vati, that which blows, that which moves. Still air, but still air, there is air we don't feel so much. But when air is blowing as wind, do you know, sometimes we give the example, air, wind, and storm. Air, wind, and storm. It is same air, only there is degree in their motion. Similarly, the breath is there. So breath becomes wind, then becomes storm. Do you know what? Irritated, agitated, exploded. First, I got little inner irritation. I didn't like this. Why they're doing this? Then agitated, then exploded. So this is air, wind, and storm. So if we look at our life, is our life peaceful like still air or wind, or Maruta is from the root verb mru, that which causes death, or in absence of which there is death. Maruta. So now we come back. Vayu or air, it has three different aspects. It blows, gives life, purifies. Purifies means makes us peaceful, strong, energetic. Ultimately, it brings death. That is what Vayu is. Outside air, inside breath. Outside air, inside is. Outside air, it becomes wind. I think the name of that book was When the Breath Becomes Air. There is a book I read, a small book. One very bright Indian doctor, and studied in USA. He was I think he was heart or neurospecialist. He was a student of Stanford, and he's suffered from a strange disease and he died. So before his death, he wrote this: when breath becomes air. A doctor is telling how death comes. Death will come to anybody at any time. You will not have death. No. Are you unhappy that death is coming? Do you know, there are two personalities who encounter death face to face. One is from the Upanishads, the other is from the Mahabharata. In the Upanishad, Nachiketa, he encountered death, dialogue with death, talking to death, no fear. When we hear about death of near and dear ones, we get so much emotional, disturbed, unhappy. But here, this boy, he had no fear. The same thing happened to a young princess when her father was talking to says Narada, finding out who can be worthy for my beautiful, noble daughter, Preti. He said, there is one young man who is really worthy, but unfortunately, he has a short life. Who can give the daughter's hand to a young man who is going to die? What happens to him? He said his life is only for 1 year. And you know about the story of life of Savitri. She said, I'll marry him. No, don't marry. Parents dissuading him. No, I'll marry him. She got married with him and she lived with him and she encountered death and brought her husband back. How courageous she is. Sometimes they say, let death come to me, not death come to, look, death will come to everybody. Do you know, we worship Lord Jagannath here. Lord Jagannath is a symbol who teaches death also comes to me. It is not death. Death is a change of clothes. And he says, this body which I have will face death. This body is prone to disease. I also suffer from disease every year. I take rest. I recuperate. Again, I come back to activities. Again, I fall sick. It's part of life. Don't get scared. And ultimately, after some time, death will come. No fear. If we love Lord Jagannath teaches how to live, truly. How to live perfect life. So, we have to live constantly, continuously God conscious life, outside air, inside breath. This breath has, inside the body, has three different levels. I'm just telling how, and we'll discuss elaborately later. Normal breath goes from nose to the lung and back from lung to outside. Yes or no? Doctor is sitting, so I get confirmed. This subtle breath from lung, oxygen going to the heart, from the heart to the whole body, to every cell receives oxygen and gives up carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide from every cell goes back into impure bloodstream, come back to heart, lung, out. So from the heart to every cell to the heart and lung, this is the subtle breath. Every cell is breathing or not, Mr. Doctor? He's telling yes. This is subtle breath. The subtlest breath, which cannot be described. It is the pranic movement in the body which is perceived through deep meditation in the form of subtle vibration, not physical movement. In the form of subtle vibration, which is experienced when the mind is really peaceful in calm state. And that is what real prana is. We'll conclude today's talk here. We'll continue tomorrow and day after. Let us sit straight with eyes closed. You know, we all have joined here for a few days, sadhaka sadhika. At least when you are sitting here, sit always straight. When I said sit straight, then there is movement. Because the rest of the period, I told in the beginning, sit straight. I never told that sit relaxed. So this is what following the teacher. The teacher said, sit straight, sit straight. So the whole period, at least 1 hour to practice. Close the eyes. Let us think of omnipresence of the divine. God is everything. God is everywhere. Everything is in God. Focus your attention in the whole body. Remember, God is in the whole body. This is the temple of God. Watch your breath. Breath is going in and coming out. Love God. Let us pray to God. Oh God, you have given me this human birth. You have given me this body. No doubt how old this body is, no doubt whether body is sick or healthy, doesn't matter. But I belong to you, you belong to me. I and you are one, always have been one. Oh God, your every breath is reminding me, Soham, Hamsa, I am you, you am I. But I'm forgetting. Through your grace, the teachers are reminding, scriptures are reminding that I am always with you. I'll practice it. Bless me to be more conscious. Let us chant. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhat bhavet. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I bow to God. I bow to all the divine incarnations. I bow to all the masters of all times and all places. I bow to my beloved Gurudev. I bow to all of you and the entire creation. Om. Thank you all.